Chapter 1. The city always looked different through the eyes of a child, and on that cold evening, as traffic whispered past like a restless ocean, little Emma squeezed her father's hand with the kind of urgency that stops the world. Victor Hale, a billionaire whose name lit up stock tickers and magazine covers, barely noticed at first. His mind was busy juggling board meetings, mergers, and the heavy silence that had lived inside him since the day his wife, Lily, was declared dead in a tragic fire 3 years ago. They were stepping out of a charity gala he barely remembered attending, the kind where smiles were polished and empathy was measured in donations, when Emma suddenly pointed toward the subway entrance and said, in a clear, innocent voice that cut through the night, "Daddy, that woman looks like Mommy." Victor chuckled reflexively, the way adults do when children confuse memories with shadows, but something in Emma's grip tightened, her small fingers trembling as if she were holding on to truth itself. He followed her gaze and saw a homeless woman sitting on a flattened cardboard box, wrapped in a torn gray coat, her hair matted and face smudged with dirt, holding a paper cup that rattled softly with coins, and for a split second Victor almost laughed at the absurdity, until the woman lifted her head. The world tilted. Her eyes, unmistakably green with a gold ring near the pupil, met his, and in that instant the years collapsed like a house of cards. Victor's breath vanished, his chest burned, and his knees nearly buckled, because those eyes had once looked at him across candlelit dinners, through hospital windows, and on the morning she'd kissed him goodbye. Lily's eyes. He told himself it was impossible, told himself grief had finally cracked his sanity, yet Emma was already pulling free and walking toward the woman with fearless curiosity, kneeling in front of her as if this were the most natural reunion in the world. "Mommy?" Emma asked softly, her voice trembling with hope rather than doubt. The homeless woman flinched, confusion flashing across her face, then something deeper, recognition struggling through fog, as she stared at the child like a dream she was afraid to touch. Victor rushed forward, heart pounding so loud he feared it would expose him, and grabbed Emma back gently, apologizing in a rush to the woman, explaining that children imagine things, that he was sorry, but his words felt hollow even to himself. Up close, the resemblance was undeniable, the curve of the cheek, the small scar near the eyebrow Victor had kissed 1,000 times, the way her lips parted when she was surprised. The woman's hands shook as she whispered, "I'm sorry. I don't know you," yet her eyes filled with tears that didn't belong to a stranger. Victor swallowed hard, fighting the urge to fall to his knees, to demand answers from a universe that had already taken too much. He asked her name, his voice barely steady, and she hesitated before saying, "They call me Anna. I don't remember much before waking up in a hospital years ago." Hospital. The word echoed like thunder. Lily's body had never been recovered from the fire, the authorities had declared her dead after months of searching, and Victor, shattered and exhausted, had accepted the lie because surviving the truth felt impossible. He stared at Anna, no, Lily, and 1,000 memories surged, Lily volunteering at shelters, her compassion for the invisible, the irony so cruel it felt scripted by fate itself. Emma tugged his sleeve again and said, with the quiet certainty only children possess, "Daddy, Mommy's cold." That was the moment Victor broke. He removed his coat and wrapped it around the woman, kneeling so they were eye to eye, tears streaming freely now, billionaire titles meaningless against the gravity of love resurrected. "If you're not Lily," he whispered, "then you're her miracle." The woman's breath hitched as if the words unlocked something buried, and she touched Emma's hair with trembling fingers, sobbing as fragments of memory flickered. Fire, smoke, a stranger pulling her free, a blow to the head, years lost to shadows and survival. Victor made a decision right there on the sidewalk, one that no boardroom vote could rival. He would not leave her. He would fight for the truth, for her dignity, for the family he thought he'd buried. As the city rushed past, indifferent and loud, Victor gathered Emma and the woman into his arms, holding them against the cold, and for the first time in years, hope didn't feel like a betrayal. If this story touched your heart even a little, if you believe in second chances and love that refuses to die, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because stories like this remind us that miracles sometimes wear torn coats and wait quietly to be seen, and the next one might change your life just as much.